Okay, hi soul family. I feel like it's just a lot. A lot is happening right now for the collective, and it feels as though your heart chakra is open. It feels like it's so open now that the things that you once did that you could have done before, it's opening. They feel so soul sucking. They feel so lesser than you. Like, you just feel like there's so much more that you could be doing, so much more people that you can be helping right now. And God is calling you to make this leap, this jump. And your mind is telling you, but God, how? Where? That doesn't make any sense. What's going to happen? And God is letting you know that you will have food, you will have shelter. Just be brave and courageous. And he knows that you are courageous. He knows that you are brave. He's calling you because you are ready. He's telling you to make this leap because you are ready. And you may not feel like you're ready, but God knows when you are ready. And it's not, now that your heart is open, it's not like how it used to be where you could be able to shut that voice down. It's loud. Every time you continue to ask yourself the question, should I do this? Are you sure? It's still a yes. No matter how many different ways that you ask it, it's still a yes. But this leap requires complete trust and surrender. It does not require you planning, okay, if this doesn't work out, what am I going to do? Take that out of your mind. Trust and surrender fully to the divine and know that it'll all work out. Just do the steps that God is calling you to do. Okay? God would not give you this unless you were ready. And stop thinking of ways in the past where you were caught in suffering, you were caught in financial debt, you were caught up in all these different things that made you feel like you weren't going to continue. You made it to this video. You made it through all of those things. You made it through every single thing you've been through, and God was on your side this whole time. Okay? And he is on your side again, and he just wants you to fully trust in him, trust in this plan, because he knows that you are more than equipped. Like, you just have to see all of the divine gifts that you have, the divine blessings that are already in your life right now currently. God is ready to bless you with so much more. And all of the things that you wanted before, God was saying that those were not even enough. Okay? Like, you wanted scraps, and God is not giving you scraps. He wants to give you the world. Okay? Because you are his child and you deserve that. And there's more than enough to go around. But you need to let go of that lack mentality, those blockages that are surrounding your abundance. It is time for you to fully step and walk into your power and trust and surrender. Surrender everything and give it to God. Completely just give your life over to God and trust that voice. God is leading you down a path where your heart is going to be happy. Right now your heart isn't happy because you're doing the things that you know that, okay, like logically this would make more sense. Right? What you're being called to do right now, it's probably going to seem crazy to everybody around you. They're going to probably think that, okay, what's going on with her? Is she okay? But when God calls you, you just have to listen. It's not for everybody else to understand, but to stand strongly in your faith and know that you are going to be more than okay. God will make sure you have every single resource, and everything leading up to this moment, you will see why it had to be now. You will see why he prepared you for everything that you had to go through for now. Why he wants you to jump now and why he didn't want you to jump 3 years ago when you wanted this one thing. Okay? He wants you to jump now because your mind is equipped now. Your body is equipped now. Okay? He knows that you are strong enough to handle this now. You will not let the enemy win. You will not let doubt creep in. You will not let fear creep in. You know that it is now. And honestly, it's not for everybody else to understand. It is your journey. It's your walk with God. Everybody else's walk with God is different. Okay? So what you may have to do may not be what Sharon has to do, or may not be what Johnny has to do. But don't worry about what they're doing. Worry about what you're doing. Okay? Focus that energy on you. Double down on you. You'll have nothing but time now to fully be there for you, to fully support you. And God is on your side. The divine is on your side, and they want you to win. Baby, it's your season. It's your season of winning. You are a winner. You are no longer getting the short end of the stick. You are a winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Okay? You are a winner, and God is saying it's because you've come home. You've come home and realized that you are magical. You realize how powerful your energy is. You're not taking scraps from people. You're not taking the bare minimum. That's not you anymore. So you set the standard, okay? And God is saying that they see that you got the backbone, you got the strength, the courage. You've woken up to your power. So now God's going to show you just how good it gets. So every time you wake up, open your eyes and say, God, show me how good it gets. Show me how good it gets. And when you hear doubt and fear creeping in, pray it away. Get on your knees and pray it away, because guess what? God doesn't want, there's no room for that in the journey that you're going. There's no room for that in the reality that you're going to, okay? It is time for you to realize that all those people back then, they played with you. They played with you. They and the thing is, when people play with you, they see everything that God has divinely put over your life. You are a walking blessing. People cannot understand what it is about you, but it gives that you are a blessing, God's favorite. And because they don't get that same energy, they feel they had to make you feel lesser than, or that they had to make you feel like you aren't enough, okay? But God is saying that you are enough. He anointed you for a reason. He chose your heart for a reason. God can see what is in our hearts. Okay, so it doesn't matter how many times one person may pray, but if they pray and their heart is not good, God will not choose them. You were chosen for a reason. Okay, and you're gonna see the reason why all of those people, they were scared of your power. They didn't want you to wake up, baby. But now you're up, and God is saying it is time to take that leap. You are up and awake, and that's why the mundane, the basic tasks that you do daily that aren't fulfilling your soul, they feel so soul-sucking, because you cannot return back to that life. Okay, now your soul is ready to help and change so many other lives. And God is saying that just take this leap with me and trust that I have you. I will not ask you to jump if I wasn't going to catch you. Okay, and this popped out of my bag today, and I just feel like I needed to share with the collective. And it says, don't forget you are magic. Okay, once you are awake, you are the creator. You have the control now, and you can choose to say, doubt, fear, you do not belong here in my heart. I get to decide what is and what is not, and you get to decide that this reality that you are living, if it's not enough, then toss it. God is saying that I'm ready to bring in a new reality, one that you always dreamed of when you were a kid. Think back to the times when you had hope, you had faith, you had nothing but belief, before the world took that from you. All of those dreams that you had, maybe it was to be a singer, maybe it was to be a writer, maybe it was to be anything. It doesn't matter what it was. Whatever your heart dreamed of as a kid, it's coming back to you now. That is the world that God wants you to live in. Pure bliss, pure joy. The worst is behind you. You've done the hard work. Okay, now it's time for you to rise up. It's time for you to rise up and walk in your divinity. God is saying that you are no longer allowed to be around scraps. You're no longer allowed to take up lesser things than you. Okay, if it's not in alignment, they must go. If they're not walking with faith, they must go. Okay, it's not to say that people in your life need to be on that path, but if they're not treating you in the way of unconditional love and support, then it's time for you to just focus on you. Those people aren't your people. Just jump. It's not in their notion to know what the hell is going on in your life. Okay, it is not in their best interest to know what is going on in your life. It is between you and God. And God is saying that it's time for you to jump. And even if people think you're crazy, they're gonna think you crazy until they don't think you're crazy. They're gonna think you're crazy until they're asking you how you did it. And when you say God, people are gonna stop and look at you like, you sure? What you mean by that? Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Okay, God chose me to deliver, and I will deliver. Okay, so God is saying that it's just time for you to jump. It's time for you to jump, and don't let that fear creep in, because fear and doubt, that is all stemming from your past beliefs and past situations. Your mind can only understand what it knows. So when you step into unknown territory and you make those gigantic leaps that are going to shift your reality completely, baby, if it shakes the world up, it shakes your whole entire being. Okay, and that's okay, because if your life isn't shaken up a little bit, you're not living. Okay, and that's what you need for a big reality change, is just to jump and leap. And God's saying, you are ready, my child. You are ready right now. I will catch you. Just trust me, I will catch you. Guys, it's one of those things that it's not meant for everybody to understand. If everybody was supposed to understand, they would be walking the path you're walking right now. They will be walking the path you're walking right now. I want you to write down something, even just a motivational quote for yourself in this moment before you make this leap. in any moment you catch doubt or fear creeping in, go back to that affirmation and affirm that I am surrendering to God and I'm trusting in his plan. I am open and I allow for God to bless me. I allow for God to bless me in the ways that he deems fit, not the ways that I think it should be. Because that's when the suffering starts to creep in, and then the doubt continues to creep in, and then the next thing you know, the devil has a hold on you. Okay, so what I'm saying to you, God is saying to you, is focus on him and the trust you have in him. Take the leap he's making you take right now. And I know for a fact you hear it, because you can't stop hearing it. Okay, it's getting louder and louder as you try to ignore it. And God is saying to you to jump, take that leap, take that leap, take that leap, and jump. Okay, some of you are being called to even let go of your 9-to-5. Fully focus in on the crafts that you know your heart is calling you to do. Take that leap. It doesn't have to make sense to everybody else. It doesn't have to make sense to even you. But know that God got you. God got you. So those are the messages that I have for you guys today. Just don't forget that you are magic. And this is your reality. You get to decide. Okay? All right. Have a good day. I love you guys. Mwah.